I was going to college 2010 to 2013 and wasn't really enjoying it. Didn't have the discipline. I just dropped all my classes, got all Fs, and joined the Army. I joined the infantry specifically, so I was looking for some of that more, primal experience compared to what I was used to at that point.
Bryce, take one.
I'm Bryce Rains, UCCS graduate, and I spent about 7 years in the Army. I find that my brain tends to go 1,000 miles an hour unless I've given it something to do. Cooking for me especially gives it something to think about that isn't, the world around me, because I have to focus on the task right then, and it's kind of cathartic. When I got out of the military, and I think this is true for most veterans, I had been told time and time again, you're not going to make it, you're going to fail, it's a harsh world out there. And I honestly felt that way. And the turning point for me was I came to UCCS and got to meet a lot of the faculty members and students that had a bunch of stuff going on and realized, no, there's a whole wide world out there that especially education opens up to you. When I was in the military, I was enlisted in a branch that's considered combat arms. You're pretty much told everything. It's like, you're gonna be here at exactly this time. Here's what you're gonna be wearing. Here's what you're gonna be doing. They have a schedule for every minute of every day. That wasn't the case. When I came to college, right, it was very much like, hey, figure your stuff out, go, right? So it was a huge help, especially the Veterans Center, able to help me find schedules, talk to my counselor, figure out where I'm supposed to be, what I'm supposed to be doing, what do I need to sign up for, what do I need to pay for, all this different stuff, whereas before it was just, hey, do this, got it. Colorado Springs specifically is a very heavily veteran town just because there's a lot of military bases here. I chose UCCS because they have a huge amount of veteran support. There's a huge culture around it. And every single class I was in, I think I had at least 2 or 3 other veterans that had very similar backgrounds. So I had somebody to talk to and somebody to hang out with. I started doing college at UCCS online, primarily just because it would have been impossible to fit my entire schedule of what I was doing for work. And if I was trying to do in-person classes, literally impossible. It wasn't gonna happen. I was able to take classes on my own time. I was able to work while I was going to classes, and I was able to take tests whenever I wanted. At the same time, when I switched to the in-person classes, I was able to engage with that really passionate faculty. I was able to meet with other students and really form those groups. And I was able to lead inside clubs and club activities. I was very surprised by the professors' passion for the subjects they were teaching and want to engage with the students. And I was also surprised by just the student body's passion for the subject that they were being taught and how much they were trying to engage with their fellow students, really study, form, groups, that kind of thing. So, admittedly, when I came to UCCS, the goal was just to get a degree. I wanted to show up, get my degree, leave, not talk to anybody, do any of that. And Brian McAllister has such a zeal for the department that it's kind of hard not to have it rub off on you. The College of Business at UCCS was great just because the instructors usually have real world experience, and the depth and width of all the instruction that they're giving is very impressive. I've been to a lot of places at this point where people have come from other colleges and you're working with them and you're like, you didn't learn this in your accounting degree or your business degree? And they're like, no. Wow, okay. So I started talking to him more. We started getting the accounting club started again, and he really drove me forward in trying to make sure I had connections and I wanted to live up to his expectations. I think having somebody that drives you is a good thing. He was definitely the guy that was sitting there going, I don't want you to succeed because I have high expectations for you. I want you to succeed because I want the best for you and I want you to enjoy what you're doing. And you could really feel it. So it was a huge driver for me, and I think it drives everybody else in the department as well. I have a lot of irons in the fire. That's kind of something that I do a lot. Right now, I am co-owner of a company up in Denver that does training for both police departments, civilian, and then corporate leadership training as well. At the same time, I'm currently studying for the LSAT, so I'm trying to hopefully go to law school here. At the same time, I'm currently working as a government contract auditor with Department of Defense with DCAA. When I look back on it, and when I look at my story, I don't think my story could have ended up anywhere else if I hadn't gone here.